one thing we gotta remember, right? Get that. Is that our past is our present and our present is our future. They don't look for us to succeed, man. What we do now can affect us. They look for us to fail now. We gotta do better though.
Another episode for the culture, where we here to inspire, motivate, and educate our people. Today we got two very special guests, cousins who like brothers. Rashad Etheridge, Damian Etheridge. We got the lovely Miss Riri pouring up the drinks.
Yeah.
Ready to get things going. First off, man, look, we're gonna start off with Rashad. Cool, smooth. You know what I mean? Tell us a little bit about yourself first, man.
Okay, well, my name is Rashad, but I also DJ. I do videography and all that good stuff. DJ name is DJ Smoke. So, hiding on fire out here. I'm burning up these DMV streets, these DC streets, these PG streets, all that. I'm trying to come out here to the country. Trying to make it out here, but PG.
You out here now?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm burning them up though. DC 8th Street, y'all know what's up. Salute, man. I've been holding it down there for a couple of weeks now. So that's it, man.
So you doing the DJ thing, huh?
Yeah. DJ
so I know you do the photography and all of that too. So you got it all going on, huh? All right, that's cool.
He can't throw his website out there. He can't.
Why
he ain't throw it out there?
Why
he ain't throw it out there? He threw all that other stuff out there.
Okay, if you want to find me, my website is resquaredproductions.com. resquaredproductions.com.
I seen. What was that? Y'all, was you at the hookah lounge?
Yeah.
Okay, I seen that. That looked like a live little spot. Did you go?
Nah, I wasn't there.
Yeah, that looked like a live spot. So now we call them Damo.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, bro.
My name is Damo Etheridge. Just recently came home from prison 3 weeks ago after serving 23 years in prison. So I'm coming out here with a fresh start, rejuvenated, and it felt like a penance for me. When I left the prison, I never knew how to expect to feel. You dig what I'm saying? I never knew how to expect to feel because for me, I was raised with values and things, but I went in the street and went so deep into them.
Right.
Because just getting into stuff. So the deeper you gonna find stuff you in the mud, you gonna start being around rats, roaches, and slime balls, and then you lose your own values.
Right.
So when you lose your own values, going into prison, my uncle to tell you, I was 23 years, never called to ask people for money and begged or anything. Did our Uncle Rick? He'd tell you. Never. So it was like a penance. I took it as a penance, like you gonna have to do it on your own. Don't bury loved ones.
Right.
I ain't taking food out of my daughter's house. I betrayed my baby mother. She didn't know I was gonna get out there and do those violent things. She thought I was gonna be supportive. I'm in the junk left, so it felt like a penance. So coming out here, it's like that's why I'm here, with positive people around my family, because I'm on a upward trajectory. It's guys that's never going home ever again. And dudes that died in them streets that thought it was real. For people to be playing games, so for me to come out here, play games, don't want to work, don't read, don't educate myself while I'm in here, for when I come out here, strategizing with a plan for forward projection, that would have meant I was loafing.
Right.
So you dig what I'm saying? That's what we talk about,
Yeah.
men,
Now
not boys.
as far as your plan, your goal, has it changed? You had 23 years to think about your plan. You know what I mean? And what did you wanted to come out here and do? Now that you out here, the world is a lot more fast paced than what it was in the system. So how was your goals as things changed for you? You looking at it the same? You still on the same path? Or?
See, the funny thing about that is what people don't understand about prison, it's a sub-society. So even though it's slow paced in the jump, you just conformed and contained to a tight space. But mentally and psychologically, you're thinking more. Right. So it's much more fast paced than people believe it and understand it is. So when I'm out here, the stuff around me is moving fast. But for me, the stuff y'all talking about is nothing. So you're wasting your energy on that. Mine is what you talking about, positive. So when I have time, it's so structured. I get up in the morning, what I'm doing, going to work out. Going to the library, so my plan, the forward projection. No, it's not hard at all. Came out here with absolutely nothing. Got my IDs, got it set up for the project empowerment, different things like you doing for the culture. Meeting up with people that can get me a job.
Right.
Or get me meeting up with the right people. That's what it's about.
Right.
So now the pace ain't gonna stop my projection.
Yeah.
We on main time. We ain't slowing down now. That can't do nothing about it. What I was going through was real stuff. But now I'm out here, it's an opportunity. Come get it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I'm coming to get it. I love it.
So now, what's your main goal plan?
My main goal plan is to continue to do. I was training people and building up programs while I was incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? Like a mental warrior, physical. I began to realize and recognize I wanted to take the self-destructive mindset and keep training myself up because I didn't like the passivity that in prison, I'm not gonna do the passive approach because that's not me.
Right.
That's not me. I'm not gonna get with guys. I'm gonna educate myself because I began to read and understand what military is about, what warfare is about. You understand what I'm saying? So I retrain my mind. So that's what I'm doing now. We're going to shoot later on, working out. We're going to do exercise at the show mentally and physically. That's what I do. And from what you was talking about, doing programs when we now, outreach, uplifting, teaching these youth values. Showing them, don't be me. Don't be 42 years old coming home and family don't even have underwear for you, man. You don't have nothing out here.
Right.
And your daughter grown, your daughter has to buy you a phone. But because I was blessed enough to do the bit the way I did it, from the mindset we were just talking about, holding myself accountable, being responsible, she respected me. So my whole family, since I came home, everybody's embraced me because I never slimeballed nobody. You dig what I'm saying? I was in the streets dead that it was my lashes to take. You know, so now
You did it by yourself.
I did it by myself. But the pain was on others.
Right.
That's why I didn't want to burden, because I left pain there.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see my grandmother, loved ones lost, grandmother passed. Didn't get to see it. I only fought for it. So my plan is doing these things like that, but that's my mindset. Mentality is to stay focused, brother.
Yeah, that's all you can do now.
Good.
I mean, to be known, like, wasn't no parade when you came home.
Exactly. I wasn't gonna celebrate it.
Right.
You don't celebrate that.
Yeah.
You don't celebrate that destroying the culture, man. Destroying the community, man. You have to recognize what it is. You get what I'm saying? You have to recognize that's what you're doing. Though I don't knock them, because I've been there.
Right. It's everybody's turn. I always say that, man, you know, doors open one at a time and lessons come one at a time. Just because I learned the lesson that he was teaching don't mean you're going to learn it too.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's going to be your time to learn it at the same pace that you know, equipped to learn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I believe that that's what, like, with a lot of brothers, man, a lot of brothers, when they come home, they do have, and I always say this, and you probably been, I ain't gonna say probably, you've been in the system, so
Yeah.
I know you have seen people come in, leave, and then come right back.
Of course.
So I always, when I see somebody come out of jail, prison, whatever it may be, how much ever time they did, I always say, man, you got to give them 6 to 9 months to get their mental together. Because most dudes, when they come out, the first thing that they do is they, man, like you just said, I'm going to be in the books, I'm going to be working out. Because for one, that's what you was doing in the system.
Exactly.
So now
Exactly.
your mental
Exactly.
is not
Exactly.
not going to flip
Exactly.
over and say, you know what, let
Exactly.
me go and do something different. Now I'm going to keep doing what I was doing.
Right.
But a lot of dudes,
Right.
I'm not saying everybody, but 6 to 9 months. Some of them don't even take that long. Some of them come home and 2-3 months later, and some of y'all know who I'm talking about, where y'all come home and you back to doing the same thing that you was doing to get you back in the prison system. when you was in the system, the only thing you wanted to do was get out. And now that you out and you got this free time, and it's like, instead of you, like you say, man, let's find these applications. Let's connect with the right people.
Right.
And not go back to the same path, because we got to learn. You know what I mean? If you're not, learning, then use a dummy. So when we learning from our mistakes, we got to look at it and say, okay, well, look, if X, Y, and Z got me into the system, when I come home, this is what I want to leave alone, X, Y, and Z. I don't want to get myself back to it, but we got so many brothers that when they come home, look, man, they into the push-ups. A couple of my homeboys, y'all already know I'm talking about y'all, man, because I got a gym at my house, and they come to my house and they see the gym and they like, oh, I'm gonna be here every day. Then that every day call me up when I'm still at work, man. Where you at? I'm trying to get in the gym. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. Every day turned into every other day the next week. Then by the next month, it was once a week. Then by 2 months later, it was twice every month.
Yeah.
Then it was they drinking and drugging at the clubs again. And now they just back to doing the normal things. And I'm not even saying normal things, but the things that could simply get them back to the place where they was trying to come home again. You know what I mean? So all I say is your mentality strong enough to stay on the path that you are?
I mean, of course. I'll never know, but I know it is. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's no option. It's no option for me. This is who I am. I've been proclaiming myself, man. I said in the joint, I just told you I ain't had nothing. I ain't had no help, I ain't had no money. I wasn't crying out here. I went in that joint, digged in the vaults, digged in my mind, lost blood in it, refused to bend, break, bow down on anything. So the guys you talking about are the guys that aren't gonna stand that firm on their own position, on their own beliefs and principles.
Right.
I'm gonna do that anywhere I'm at. I'm not gonna hide who I am. You get what I'm saying? Because that's why I told the sister. She said, "Can I ask you any questions?" Of course, because I can answer it the way I feel.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She asked me a question, she ain't being disrespectful, and I answer however I feel. You get what I'm saying? I'm that dude. Yeah. So when you talking about guys, I'm the guy that was in the yard every day. Guys come around, 10, 15 of us. The police don't like that. Because when I'm coming around, they know, they gonna tighten up. Because the Tig gonna get on tension. Because the mental, your aura. You get what I'm saying? Because y'all playing games, man, with life. I'm taking it serious. I'm trying to get out here and do what we talking about doing now.
Right.
So, of course, going home, you got a gym, a free gym, I'm there. I'm gonna be there so much. What I'm telling you, I'm on feet, walking around the city, going on buses. I ain't got no car. That's what we about to shoot now. Dude, that's me. I need it. I need it. We creatures of habit. If I don't have no structure, I'm going to venture off. It's like jumping in a car and just smashing the gas and think you're going to get to a destination, man.
Right. Don't know where you're going.
Okay, so Damo,
Yes, ma'am.
You've definitely got into detail about where you are now and your time at. I
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
know a little bit about you before that. Where are you from?
I was born in D.C., raised in PG County. I lived in Temple Hills, Capitol Heights, then everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Then growing, that's where I lived at. Went to different schools. Went to Benny Woods, Kelly Miller, Tony. Then I went to Potomac and Suitland. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm a Suitland alumni
Yeah,
myself.
I mean,
Oh, you
I
is?
am.
What year you graduated?
Yeah,
I don't want to
I
do it
guess
to
I'm
you.
on
I don't want to do it to you.
Yeah, I'm
Got that age?
Everybody's still in right
Well,
now.
Okay, that's right, the
Oh,
Rams.
four, sir.
Okay,
Y'all
I'm
little
01. I'm 01.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm 01.
Good.
But just speaking about that, where you from? I know since you, and even while you were in, and since you've been home, the gentrification is going on in the city.
Exactly.
What's your I just want to hear your take on that, because I know, have you been to the city since you've been
course.
home? Just rolled around.
Nah, that's where I'm at.
8th Street.
That's where I'm
that
at.
shit different.
Exactly.
Because that's where my roots come from.
Yeah.
Just I just want to hear your take on how it made you feel coming home and saying that, or how it makes you feel period about the gentrification.
The gentrification is gonna happen.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to jump too far ahead, but the brother mentioned about retribution, and we're gonna get in that later on. But gentrification also plays a part in that. You understand what I'm saying? Where they robbing us. But I'm gonna go there later on. That's how we getting robbed. That's why retribution is important. Because gentrification, they robbing us.
Right.
Because I came back to the city. The schools are much better now ever since they start pushing everybody to PG County. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I looked at Suitland, I looked at the city, coming down 7th Avenue, coming down Stanton, going past 22nd Alabama. I'm looking at houses. It looked like Clinton to me when I was a kid.
Townhouses everywhere.
Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? They had many mansions they had big houses on Good Hope Road. On Good Hope Road. So I'm saying these things, but then I see, wow, what do we have? But I know why the resources was dumped in there. Because they pushing us out. So then when I seen Suitland, it was like ghost town. Terrible stores out there. You seen them shopping centers, the Thule Street, all that on back, like terrible. So I'm saying what's going on. You get what I'm saying? So I was already prepared for it.
Right.
But saying the Maryland side messed me up even more than the city because I'm saying the regression. I'm saying the city get better, and I'm saying this part of Maryland go to the wayside, but by MGM,
Yeah.
I'm saying that thing look like amazing.
Yeah.
So we know what that is.
Yeah, that's. But I mean, again, that's something where we have the power. I mean,
Definitely.
it all revolves around money. If you take your life and you say, okay, my life revolves around money. When somebody comes to you and they say, you own this property, just like you own that chair right there, and you own that chair right there. But if I come to you and I say, look, man, I give you $10 for that chair, and you say, yeah, you know what, I can use that $10. I ain't got but $3 in my pocket. I need that $10. And you say, you know what, I'm gonna hold on to my chair. That $10 ain't worth it to me.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna take your chair. Now I got your chair, and eventually, 10 years from now, I'm gonna get his chair too. And that's all it is. It's when people value money more than they, and that's why there's no more chocolate city. You got so much going on now where they just.
It is straight vanilla.
Yeah.
It is vanilla. I'm gonna say.
I mean, you still
It's
got some
vanilla.
pops, man.
No,
No, it's vanilla.
We got some cinnamon swirl going on.
I work out there a lot.
I mean, but it's never gonna be to a point where we can get that back. So
No, we never gonna get it
nah.
back.
I mean,
They got it now.
Because again, we was to the point where it was about the money.
Right.
And they bought us out. And now they saying, oh, you know what? We could put you in a better neighborhood. Instead of saying, you know what, we're gonna build this neighborhood up.
Right.
They didn't tell nobody that. They didn't say we was gonna put the parks and build these beautiful buildings. They said, nah, you don't wanna live here. Go live in Clinton. Go live in Upper Marlboro.
Right.
You know, you can go get you a place out there with this $200,000 we gonna give you for your place. That
Right.
when we rent it, we gonna get $200,000 a year.
Right. Right.
You know,
Exactly.
and now now this is
Exactly.
what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing happening all across the country.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Not just in the city, but I mean, you got places in North Carolina and South Carolina where they doing the same thing. Where our people of color got so much land and so much property. And now they're selling off the property because they need the money. And now what they're doing with not even gonna say who, but everybody know, because we're not gonna put a color on it. Because it's black men and white men and Chinese and Arabs and all of them are in that 1%. So what they're doing is they're saying, you know what, for your 50 acres that you got, I'll give you, I don't know, $1 million for your 50 acres. And you say, damn, I can be a millionaire.
Yeah.
If you have no plan and no concept to do with your money, now it doesn't matter if they give you $20 million. You're going to blow that anyway. All right, but so what happens is they take that piece of land, that 50 acres, and they say, you know what? We're going to put, and I don't know if you know this now, but probably in your time, they had a lot of houses like this one here where they got 3 and 4 acres of land easy.
Right.
Now,
Right.
You look out your window and you see another house.
Right.
You see your neighbor.
And you can look out your window and see 5 or 6 houses.
Right.
So on 50 acres of land,
Yeah.
they could put 1 million houses.
Right.
You gotta call your neighbor because they argue too loud.
Right. It's
You
like
know
living
what I'm
in an
saying? Like,
apartment building.
That's just how it is, man.
So it's
great.
something where we have to understand, man. Like again, let's just go back to the whole situation of knowing what to do with the money.
Right.
Property, man, that's probably one of the best things that you could buy right now.
Mm-hmm.
You buy property, you sit on it,
Yep.
and eventually, I don't care where it's at, eventually it's gonna go up.
Yeah.
Because they doing, it's not like they saying, you know what, the only neighborhoods that they tearing down is ours.
Right.
So you go buy you a piece of property, they eventually gonna tear that piece of property down, tear everything down, and they gonna wanna buy it. It's gonna be worth way more. You ain't gotta sell it.
Yeah.
You can say, you know what, man, let me put a house on this joint and do, or let me put a apartment complex on this joint and do what they do. Let me put a set of 50 townhouses. I know where I live at, they got about 1 acre of land, no bigger than what this is right here. So this is about 3 acres, so maybe about 3 acres of land, and they got every bit of 60 to 100 houses.
I believe that.
And these houses are going for 350 plus. So you
You
tell-
do the math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this is the thing that's happening where we gotta kind of understand as far as money. You know what I mean? We gotta do better with our money.
Yeah.
We the only, race who money does not generate. Our money does not stay with us. Our money goes to the Arabs for everything else, liquor, whatever. To the Chinese for the hair and nails and these are all things that we can do ourselves.
But why do you think that is? Because I feel like more of us, we're starting our own businesses, and I'm gonna tell you, our biggest, I support black businesses, straight
All
up,
day.
all day, every day. But what black people gotta do when you start a business, don't just say, oh, I'm gonna start me a business, and I'm gonna get it cracking, and I'm gonna hire my cousin Pookie and them
Oh,
to run.
right,
See,
right,
that's where
right.
you go wrong, because then
Right.
the customer service is fucked up.
Right.
Because let me tell you something, I want to
Yeah.
give you all my money. I'd rather
Right,
give my
right,
money
right.
to you than Walmart,
Right,
CJ,
right.
all these other bodies.
Right,
That's
right.
real shit. Everybody
Yeah.
know me, know I support. But we gotta also remember when y'all start y'all bit, do it right. You ain't gotta go no business school. You ain't gotta do all that, but just
Yeah.
do it right.
Yeah.
Even if you gotta research it or whatever you getting into, just do it the right way. Look out for
Yeah.
your folks.
Okay.
But the customer service aspect, I've heard a lot, because I hear a lot of stuff. I keep my ears to the streets.
Yeah.
And I be like, well, I go to black business, and then the customer service is messed up. You know,
Yeah.
as I get there, I got to deal with this and that. And on the flip side, we feel like if we are the black business owner, then we feel like, if Becky walk up, we're like, good morning, how are you?
Right,
But if
right.
Sinead
if
walk
Keisha walk up, it's like, what's up, what you getting?
Right.
No,
Right.
we got to treat
Right.
If anything, we should be treating our brothers and
Better.
sisters even
Better.
better.
Right.
Okay, we need to all
Right.
be on one playing field.
Right.
If I'm gonna be one way with Becky, I'm gonna be the same way with Keisha and him
Right.
and that. So,
Hey, Ree, I'm gonna piggyback on what you saying. So, cause I have my own business. The thing I learned is, as building my business, and I'm still building it, but what I learned is certain people can't handle certain things. You don't put everybody in certain positions because you know them, because you're cool with them.
exactly.
Some people don't know how to talk. Some
Yeah.
people don't know how to communicate.
Hey, some
See what I'm
people
saying?
just aren't entrepreneurs.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
you can't
They
put
ain't got that
everybody
big
in the. You can't do it.
And I'm gonna tell you that with
your
that
business would fail real quick.
with that
But
really
you show
goes
love
into-
though.
Yeah.
But then
There's
you
other ways
business
to
with
do
them.
it, but yeah.
You gotta.
That goes into the education part of it too.
Right.
I mean, because for one, our people aren't being taught how to run a business.
Hell no.
We being
I
taught
don't understand
this fucked
that.
up history.
Right. I don't understand that.
I mean, you get into a school system, and then I look at it now like you're making it so that you only have to take 2 years of a foreign language. To me, we got so many different people. I mean, we got Spanish people. We got more Spanish people in Montgomery County than we got black people.
I live in Montgomery County.
Yeah, so if you don't
So
know,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
if you
I
don't
already know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
you be out
So-
that drink like, man, what the hell did he just say?
That's what I'm saying.
So it'd be a benefit for you to know these languages.
You better know what S.A. saying. You
Right.
better know because he talking shit. So
Right.
you better know.
Yeah.
Cause not only that, because it's good to be knowledgeable.
Right.
My daughter understands a lot of Spanish because she grew up in the Montgomery County system.
Right.
School system. So she understands that stuff way more than me.
And that even
I
goes
was
to the
like, I don't
district.
even know what the hell that person just said, but because she that
they
door
go
and all that
outside of Montgomery
bullshit.
County with the kids that don't grow up in Montgomery.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, also, message to everybody whose fathers or mothers, put your kids in the best school system. I don't care if you grew up whatever kind of way you grew up. Stop using that as an excuse. That's not an excuse. The way you grew up is not the way you want your child to grow up.
Now, when you say the best school system,
Right.
It's a lot of them
what you-
out there.
I mean, what you
You
say?
elaborate
Because
on that.
yeah, because
But it's a lot of them out there.
But
Now,
you know what? I don't think it's. I mean, to me, and I'm not, contradicting. I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
right? But like, if you look across the board, and I tell everybody this, everybody say, man, Charles County school system ain't shit. Man, you better check yourself, because if according to
I wouldn't say that.
according to
I wouldn't say it ain't shit. Yeah.
according to the state of Maryland,
Right.
they top notch.
They are.
That's what I'm trying to say. I know what's on the top
So,
notch.
and this has been
Right.
for a very long time. I grew up in this county, right? So, and not just me, but my kids and my parents too. And I can guarantee you, out of 3 generations, we will all tell you that it was fucked up.
Yeah.
They not treating us like they treating Becky and Samantha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a big difference. So now it's like, all right, well, they might not have been treating Mr. Ford
Yeah.
like Becky and Samantha,
Right.
but they might have treated Mr. Etheridge like them.
Right.
It's who they pick and choose.
Yeah.
And it might
Right.
even be black teachers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it
Right.
might be, you might
Right.
have some white teachers who might help you more than the black teachers help you. So when I say school
ain't never
system,
lied. You ain't never
and I
lied.
even say school, I look at it as, man, sometimes you have teachers and they might just be in the wrong profession. They're not here to teach, they just have a degree. And you get a degree, you can go get a degree and teach.
Yeah.
I can go get a degree and teach.
Right.
That
It
shit
don't
don't
mean
mean
I-
nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing. It don't
Right.
mean
It don't mean
say
I
it
know
all
how
the
to.
time.
That don't mean. And there's the thing. So we not
Right.
teaching the proper things in school.
Right.
Yeah, because how much did we learn from school, y'all, that we really use?
I ain't learned a damn
I'm,
thing.
Think
I
about
didn't learn nothing until I got out of school.
You
That's
learn
when real life
most
hit me at the
yeah.
I'm
at
gonna
the same time.
I'm
Straight
gonna
up.
say this though, to go back to what he was saying, is that
have
it
a
all
drink with me?
goes back. It all goes back to where you began at when you spoke about gentrification.
Yep.
Okay.
What you want?
When
Henderson.
the school systems in our communities are underserved. The reason why they were underserved, I know when I was home, I could understand what you were talking about the teachers. Okay. The teacher came with a passion wanting to teach. But when you have children, 30 in a class, rowdy and unruly, unfed, family starving, situations, crack outside in the neighborhood, different things going on, so you got different dynamics in our communities. The teachers is left with the brunt of that. So the teacher initially had passion and wanted to teach. I've sat in classes and been told to be quiet. I would say, when I remember being in school, dudes called me Mike. They used to call me Mike for Michael Jordan. Say, watch he get you. He gonna drop 30 tonight. Talking about the teacher gonna have to tell me 30 times
Yeah.
to stop doing something. Before, and I ain't. You dig what I'm saying? And we'd be doing that because we was bojangling.
Right.
See, we was the difference between us and the women. The girls would be cute, but was smart enough not to sit and be dumb with us. So they'd do the work.
How much? I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
But how much of that revolved around? Because I noticed a lot of that, especially
Yeah.
with our race of kids.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
much of that revolved around your foundation and as far as your home and what the things that I mean, because I understand.
Yeah,
I mean, shit, we got a lot of people that's going through shit.
right.
But I know kids
Right.
that are going through shit that are
Yeah.
still getting straight A's and are still
Yeah,
respectful.
Of course.
But
Of
then you
course.
got kids that
course.
don't have that home training at school.
Right.
And so since when
Yeah.
you daddy and you tell me go to bed at 9 o'clock
Uh-huh.
and I go to bed at 10 o'clock, and when
Yeah.
mommy tell me go to bed, I go to
Yeah.
bed whenever the fuck I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Now when the teacher tell me sit down,
Yeah.
you ain't mommy or daddy.
Right.
Why
right.
do I gotta listen to you?
Right.
So how much of
Right.
that when you say what you was doing had to do with your foundation in your home?
Now, see, that's the thing. For me, I wouldn't act up at home. That's the way I can act up at. Because you smacking the shit out of me and tearing that ass up when I get out of line every chance you get. So when I go out there, I can be me. You dig what I'm saying? Because you don't have a voice in the house to talk. They telling you shut the F up, you get grown folks business. So I can't voice no opinion, I can't grow and involve myself. The streets is where you evolve yourself, the classroom. You get a voice there. So it's not about the foundation. The foundation was there. I just told you I had the values. I was educated. I had the values. I knew. I put it to you like this. I remember one time I got punished and they punished me real bad. Couldn't do no TV. Took me off the football team. You know, the football team. They said you can come back the next part of the season. I made honor roll. The next jump, just to get back on the football field, and that was probably about 7th, 8th grade or something. Never saw the honor roll again. You know why I never saw the honor roll again? Because I never took football as serious. Because I felt, dang, when I was trying to play, you took me away from it. It got me involved in the other things.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So now, because the time got elapsed. So now my time with my friends that wasn't productive on football, because I'm punished. You dig what I'm saying? So now I'm not taking, so it goes hand in hand. You can have the foundation, it's not the parents, the upbringing. Nah, people be taught right. You dig what I'm saying? I've been locked up. I've seen guys be slime balls on the street and be savages. But the police will come up and say, I say, get on the ground and shut up. And then, oh, sir.
Get on the ground and shut up.
You dig what I'm saying? So, and I always used to say that. I said, man, you disrespect the women in your community you grow up with. You dig what I'm saying? You grew up with, call them bees. But the police there, you give him the ultimate respect and can get in line. So you can do it out here.
Yeah.
The same thing, so it's a mindset, it's a mentality. You dig?
Hey, I want to hold up for a second. I want to make sure that we give a shout out to CJ Hurd, One Stop Handyman Shop, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. Jeremy Elkins, Sweet Connections, man. He got his own ice cream thing. He do parties. He do it all. John Lee Graves got the barber shop down on Bryan's Road. Signature Cuts. Tiffany Woods. Attractive Cosmetics. Appreciate everybody, man, supporting us. Anthony Dotson, 301 Boys Productions. Appreciate everybody. We're going to stop our live feed for now. Again, like I say, man, if y'all want, we're going to keep it moving, of course. You want to hear more, you're going to have to go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, tell a friend to tell another friend. We're going to keep this thing moving. We're going to keep being positive. We're going to keep spreading knowledge. Ain't nothing going to stop us.
Yes, sir.
So, again, man, just appreciate everybody tuning in. This week we're going to have our free giveaways. So be on the lookout for that. We got, this week I think we got giveaways for the couples, man. So it's going to be something where you gotta do something special with your significant other. So if y'all ain't got no couple, then you probably ain't going to be able to get it. So you better find yourself a girlfriend or a boyfriend real quick. Other than that, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in.
Peace.
All right, today we're gonna have our 2 cents with Buck. My 2 cents that I'm gonna put in is everybody talking about reparations. What I want to say about that is how do you feel entitled to get something that you didn't earn? Man, in life, how I feel is everything that you get, you should earn. Not try to take from somebody. Not try to go out and say, oh man, you know what? Let me. If you want something that you didn't earn, go play the lottery. That reparations thing, to me, they not gonna give it to us. Stop claiming that we supposed to have it. Ain't none of us out here was whipped with no goddamn sticks and dragged across no roads. So to me, it makes no sense for us to cry about something that our ancestors didn't get, but we feel necessary for us to get. For two, if you got the money, let's say they gave everybody, black, male, female, whatever, above 18, $10,000, $20,000. Half of y'all get majority of that at tax time and you end up blowing it anyway. You don't put your money towards the right things. So the money is gonna go right back into the man's hands that y'all saying is depressing us. So in the same breath, if you're not gonna do the right thing with the money, why are you crying about money in the first place? A lot of y'all right now, today, we just sitting out here and taking our money, we buying jewelry, we buying clothes, we buying cars instead of deeds and property. in stocks and bonds. If you're not gonna do the right thing with the money, don't cry about the money not being in your hand. A lot of you that had money, $5,000 that you could have said, you know what, let me go get a business loan, and you chose not to. You chose to go get yourself some coke or some weed and say, let me flip it, and then you get caught. And now you ain't even got the $10,000 to pay the lawyer. So what is the use of having reparations? There you go, my 2 cents.
Have you gotten on social media? Have you created like your? How old is your daughter now?
23.
Okay, so she was a baby when you went out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, like just born.
I was getting right
Yeah,
there.
like
Yeah.
literally.
So has she hit you to the social media world and all that?
I mean, she getting me hip with the technology.
Right.
But like I told them, I'm not going on social media before I got a job, son.
Yeah.
Or that'll show me. That's what social media all about. It's about perception and the image.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going on there, what I'm on there for, I ain't even got a job, man. What I'm looking for?
I got
You dig what I'm saying? I ain't got a job.
Now, I mean, you know, that's a big difference from when you went in.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't even
Exactly.
think 23 years ago. What was
Yeah.
that? What year was that? I'm done. Was that
96?
96? 96. So
Yeah.
96. Like they
That's
might have
the
had
Tupac.
cell
Yeah,
phones
yeah.
if you was balling, but
yeah, we
really
had
everybody
cell
had
phones.
pages.
Right, we had
Everybody
cell
had
phone
the
pages.
pages.
Right.
And you had to go to the nearest store to hit you a number or something
Exactly.
on the payphone. You don't see much payphones now. You know what I mean? So there's a big difference when now where you can connect with people where you ain't even gotta pick up a phone, man. You could
He
be
was
on the
tripping
internet
off
and
FaceTime.
yeah, like
He was tripping off
man.
FaceTime.
yeah,
So
I mean, you know what I mean? We
it's
said
different
that back in the day, like sooner or
Yeah.
later we gonna be able to see each other when we talking on the phone.
Right.
And here it is. We can see each other when we talk on the phone.
Right.
And people was like, ain't no way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just like flying cars. I ain't gonna never
Right.
say it's impossible. You know what
It's
I mean?
gonna happen.
Because they got airplanes, so of
It's
course
gonna
you can have flying
happen.
vehicles.
It's gonna happen.
You know what I
Nah,
mean?
it's gonna happen.
It's just gotta be
Might not
cheap enough for
happen
the next man to buy that shit.
So, I got a question. Another question for you, Damo. What was your relationship status with your daughter's mother while you were in? Like, were you guys still together, or?
Good question, because I didn't even ask him that.
Or did she
So, yeah,
just-
that's a good question.
Or did she? Well, I'm the female. I love it. You got some women out there that might want to know these things. You know?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
What he was thinking or whatever. So were you guys just on good terms, just for a baby girl, or were y'all still together? She would come see you, write you, and all that. What was your relationship status?
My relationship status was when I went in, I was facing serious things. So by me leaving her out there with the child, I wasn't going to leave her out tied down in our relationship. So we severed the relationship, but it did the bond with the child was always there because I stayed communicating because that was my motivation
Right.
to get out. That was my failure. You digging what I'm saying? So to me, I wasn't just gonna lay down and take the L, but with her, the mother, the prison dynamic with a woman, it takes a different type of, it takes a certain caliber of woman. It takes a certain class and strength to be able to manage your own personal relationship and build your family and build another connection with the child, with the man right here that understands you got your own life. I'm gonna respect everything you doing, and I ain't gonna cause no problem. I was that dude, but I wasn't rewarded at the time.
Right.
The reward came home, like I said, when I came home, and my daughter bought me the phone and spends time with me and her family. My daughter's family, the mother of the family, is the ones that gave me the first little odd jobs and stuff to get some money in my pocket. Because they saw the way I did mine and respected it. They respected it. You dig what I'm saying? So I understand that, okay, that wasn't important, what I knew going in. Me tying a woman down and holding her back or making her believe I'm holding you back from something. Nah, do yours. I'm gonna do mine. I'm gonna stay out the way.
Do you feel like, not to cut you off, do you feel like if you had some men, were you in with some men that might have felt like, man, I told my girl, man, she better wait for me?
Of
Did you
course.
know? So, but do you feel like, so when you say there's a certain type of woman that can only do that, her mind would just have to be right. Do you feel like a woman could really do that, like for some years and be?
I don't want to speak on. Hey, look,
Well,
right?
yeah,
So
go ahead.
look, right? So
Hey.
if there are women out here, like to me, you gotta be I ain't saying that you right up here, but something ain't right up here. I always say like, when a man does something, it's like if a woman do something. I mean, they got intentions to do whatever they doing. Just like whatever you did to get your time, you did what you did.
Right.
It wasn't a thought in your head that said, because if it was,
Yeah.
you would have went about it a different way. Like when I see dudes who selling drugs or whatever it may be, toting pistols here and there. You ain't even beefing with nobody, but you got a pistol riding around with you. You a felon with a pistol. When I see this, and I see there's a female that says, "Oh, I'm gonna stick by my man." You gotta be two people, because one person can't be that damn dumb. It's like you telling me that you got somebody who don't care about you, who is sitting here and saying, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna sell dope because I need to provide for my family.
Right.
We already know dope money ain't making no money. You can go out here and get a job at Chick-fil-A or Walmart or wherever and make just as much money and don't gotta worry about nobody on your back. Don't gotta pay a lawyer at the end when they try to figure out where your money coming from.
Right.
So you got a female who's saying, you know what, I'm gonna stick by my man, but in reality, he wasn't sticking by you. So in my view, when you say, you know, what type of female, and don't get me wrong, but you gotta be a different type of female to stick by a dude. The reason why I think a lot of females stick by a dude and don't get it fucked up. Don't think that you the only female. The reason why a lot of females, I think, stick by a dude that's in prison is because now they feel like he ain't messing with nobody else. He all mine. But we all know when you get in prison, I can write letters and make phone calls with anybody. It ain't gotta be just you, and you ain't gonna know. I can have this 20-minute phone conversation with you and then tell you, yeah, I'm going lay back for a minute, and then I'm getting right on the phone and I'm talking, never talking to another one. I'm getting $30 from her, $40 from her, $20 from her. I'm getting letters from pictures and everything from everybody. So you that one female who say, yeah, he mine. Yeah, he yours, but he also the system's. So he got a lot of time on his hands. When he had the time to spend with you, did he do it? I'm just saying, man, I ain't even, throwing no men under the bus, but as men, we got to kind of stop looking out for ourselves and look out for the people, just like you were saying. The prison time wasn't nothing on you, but it was the people that it hurt outside of you, your friends and your family and your daughter. You know what I mean? Those are the people who it really hurt. You know what I mean? So when you a man and you think and you say, you know what, man, I'm sitting here and I'm doing this and I know how much time, they not playing with us now.
No, of course not.
They giving us real numbers.
Of course not.
They throwing up basketball numbers on us.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you sitting here and you saying, you know what, and again, we had a guest on our show a few months back who said this. He said, man, look, any of y'all who say, man, I can do the time, I'm tough, I can do the time. Real talk, let me know, because when I do something wrong, I'm gonna come to you and let you do the time for me. I ain't the one that can do the time. I ain't, man, look, I done been there. I don't want to go back. That's gonna be my last time coming home. You know what I mean? If I go away, it's gonna be on vacation, not for no prison sentence, not for no relaxation, not for somebody to be giving me no 3 hots in a cot, and me to be calling home trying to figure out how my kids doing and all of this. You got to think about that when you out here committing these crimes, because it's not just about the time that you're gonna do; it's about the people that you're gonna put through that shit. You know what I mean? So I mean, I ain't want to cut you off when you said it, but that was just one of those things that I always think. When females say that.
I want to touch back on something you said though, because what I was speaking about was from a different perspective, because they are different perspectives. You looking at it, you spoke from a total general perspective, but it's different dynamics. Okay, when you talking about a woman in a relationship, she asked me about the woman that I was with when I caught the jump and going in, and how that experience was with her. That's a different dynamic than anybody you meet along the way, because in prison, okay, just like it takes a different type of woman to live with you, because some people really be in love. It's be real love. Some people really be understanding what the case was about and loyal. And the dude will be solid, not trying to trap her, but they see saying, nah, that's my man. I ain't gonna leave him there. And they have what they understand. Then you do have guys that get lonely See, when you lonely and desperate in the jump with no hope of getting out or to feed yourself,
Right.
you're gonna get on the phone. You're gonna find any way to scheme to feed yourself because they not feeding you. Just like another thing you said earlier about the economics and why guys coming out here and coming back because they not educating us. They stop programs for books. They ain't nothing book. Ain't no good books in there. You gotta pay for books.
Right.
Where am I gonna get the money to pay for books unless I call my Uncle Rick? If you, I don't want to ask you for money. I'm not asking family for money. My mother don't got it.
Right.
And I'm not going to be begging moms for it. Moms wasn't with me when I was picking that pistol up. I'm not going to beg moms for money. You dig what I'm saying? So you don't have money for books. So then guys get in there, and it's an underworld in the jump that it's going to take for you to feed yourself. The underworld is why dudes is doing what they doing, trying to meet up with desperate women because women is looking for the same things, feeling just as desperate as the dude. So it's symbiotic relationship. She need him, he need her. That's never been my game because like I told you, going in my mindset, I was raised different. So I always had a different mentality. I'd rather be amongst the men and figure out how I'm going to eat and here than live off of women and all that and be stressed out doing the bit because I couldn't do it.
Right.
I said myself years ago, when I get out there, I'll be a free agent. I'm just going to be healthy enough and my mind sharp enough to if I meet a woman, she going to be ready to be with me.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? We're going to do something together. All that other stuff I was dealing with that day to day was reading and educating. So you can't, it's hard to really get guys to be where you at because the formula is there, but it's a lot of different. You have to be somebody. Really. You have to have a solid foundation coming in the jump with values to be smart enough to know how to read and do different things, to stay away from the ruckus and be still strong enough that when the ruckus come, you can be respected enough by demonstrating to keep dudes respecting you enough where you don't have to always deal with it, but they know you can go there.
Let me
did.
cut you off. Let me ask you because you just popped something in my head that I wanted to ask you. Now, when you was in there, was you involved with any gangs?
Not remember. I've been locked up so long. There were no gangs, and nowhere in D.C. None of that. In Maryland, Charles County, PG, we wasn't doing it. You dig what I'm saying? So that came about doing the bit. Doing another generation coming in. That's what that was. You dig what I'm saying? But in the jump, it's going to be clicked up. There's going to be clicks. And what they do is you see in the communities, the administration will begin to try to target people and label you guys because we grew up together. If you didn't lock up since you was a juvenile, you come into prison at 19 years old, you come in 18, you 17, you 19, he had 100 years, he had 50, he got life. We come in the jump together in Marlboro, through the juvenile system, Oak Hill together, Cheltenham. So we've been knowing each other our whole lives. You get in there, of course you're gonna
link up.
You're gonna link up.
Yeah.
Right now I understand.
Because
Yeah.
because it's a territorial thing.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And you have to be around the right breed of dudes that's mentally strong enough to feed yourself the right nutrients. So you're gonna have to lurk around the jungle to figure out who's who so you can know where you need to be at to be fed properly. It's a jungle. You dig what I'm saying? You could be a guy going to the church area on what you call playing Jesus games, saying he dean and making salat, wearing the kufi in the bed, but in the cell, don't make no salats in the cell. You dig what I'm saying? Then when you tell them, man, you playing games, man. You dig what I'm saying? But that's how they choose to do theirs. It's not that I'm judging you.
Right.
It's because I got my own things going on, but you playing games with the what you call. Let's don't play games. So I understand you got yours as well as I got mine. That's why I said that you have certain individuals that take life more serious. That's where they at.
Right, so
Those
they
the
know.
ones
What
that
did
read.
you- Right, and not to cut you off.
Yeah.
What religion did you go in, Ivan?
I was raised in the Christian church.
And you came out the same way? Or?
No, I definitely didn't.
Okay.
I didn't because
I just want you to elaborate on that just a little bit.
I said I didn't because I began to understand and recognize the system, and I began to read books and get educated about history. Once I got the knowledge itself, I began to understand that, man, everything in here, so not to attack anyone's religion, but there's history behind it.
Right.
So that's what we was talking about earlier, what I was taught. That's why I was talking about warfare. Remember, they Christianized Europe with the Christian Crusaders through the sword. They was killing people and saying, get in line and follow the law, and then pass the Bibles out.
Right.
Do what we say.
Right.
That sounds same familiar as what happened to us when we came over here slaves. So I don't trust the Bible no longer.
Right.
I don't trust anything the European gives me. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why I travel to different things. I still practice, study with the Christians. I've been in Buddhism,
So what would
Islam.
your religion be?
It would be called unorthodox.
I'm
Or you dig what I'm saying?
I would-
Because
and the reason why I said it, because
Yeah.
that's my mentality. Is for
Yeah.
one, I believe religion, just
Yeah.
doing my research of it, is a divider.
exactly.
It's been a point where we say, you know what,
It really is.
let's have the Buddhists, let's have the
Separate.
Catholics, let's have the Baptists, Methodists, let's have everybody, and everybody reading the same book and believe in different things.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? How I look at it is, man, it's been passed down from so much that I love the Bible. I love the Quran. You know, because I believe there's good points of both of them. The major point that I get from both of them, all the other bullshit I don't care about, is to love thy brother.
Right.
Now,
Exactly.
thy brother
Exactly.
doesn't mean just the man.
Exactly.
Means the woman.
Woman, everything.
You know, love thy
Exactly.
neighbor like you love thyself.
Like you
Like
love thyself.
everybody is
Exactly.
thy neighbor. So
Exactly.
that's the only thing that I really get with, and that's the only thing that needs to be gotten. You know what I mean? Everything else to me is irrelevant. Because if you live by that, if I love you like I love myself, then I'd put no harm to you because I'm not gonna put no harm to
Exactly.
myself.
Right.
And
Right.
I wouldn't go mess with your wife because I
Right.
wouldn't want you to mess with my
mine.
wife.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I wouldn't put slash ties on your car because I would, you
You want it done to
I would,
me.
yeah, you know what I
Right.
mean. So these are the
Of course.
things. Like if we live by this code right here, if we live by that code, you know what? Treat thy brother like you want to be yourself. Then I would go and support, and I do this. I swear on everything I do. I support all businesses, not just black businesses, but mainly black businesses. Like I have no problem with supporting business. I have no problem with giving you every dime that you ask for, because I'm looking at it. Okay, I'm a businessman myself. If I tell you that this coaster costs $4,
Yeah.
I don't want $3.99.
Yeah.
I want
Give me
$4.
what I asked for.
So when you
Give me
say
what I
that
asked
T-shirt
for.
costs you
Right.
$5,
Right.
then I
Give
got
me
to
what
give
I
you that
asked for.
$5.
That's right.
You know,
Exactly.
Exactly.
and that's another thing when we go about the black businesses.
You right
Where
about that. I
when
missed
you
that
go
one,
to a
'cause
black
that's the other
business,
one. Yeah.
it's always this thing
The
where,
full hookup.
yeah, where we looking
We
for a
gotta
discount.
stop doing that,
Yeah.
man.
I'm gonna go to Rashad. Hey Rashad, look man, I need you to DJ for me for free. For free.
For free.
10 hours.
You got bills.
People come at me like that.
Yeah.
And I be looking at them
They
like
do.
they lost their damn mind.
Right, but they know if they go,
For
man,
free.
I'm
look,
like, what?
For free.
Yeah,
That's just like, you know,
free action.
yeah, in my trade, I got people, and I always tell them, man, look up a plumber in the phone book. Because if you look up a plumber in the phone book, they're gonna tell you before I come out there, it's gonna be $150. Just to let you know. When I come out there, I don't give a damn if you want me to tighten up a sink faucet, or if you want me to dig a line.
Yeah.
It's $150 when I come out, when I step foot out my truck.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you call me, it's like, oh man, can you do this for $50? For $50?
We gotta stop.
Look, that's
we
why I
gotta
tell a man,
stop
call
that,
a plumber. Call a
Yeah.
plumber in the phone book. You're not trying to help out your people. Because I know what you know.
Right,
I know
right.
that if you've already called that plumber. That's why you
Exactly.
calling me now. Because
Right.
it's like, dang, well I already called a DJ. DJ told me he was gonna charge me $50 an hour.
Yeah.
That was the cheapest one I could find.
Yeah.
And I want him for 10 hours, that's $500. Hey Rashad, hey look, I got as much Henny as you want. I need you to take care of this for free.
Ha.
And that's the thing. We not trying to help each other out as far
Exactly.
as it's businessmen. You know what I mean? And sometimes, like I tell people, all support does not involve money.
Nope.
Oh nah.
So that doesn't mean
Please say that again for the people in the back.
all support does not involve money.
Get it?
Hey, look, for real, man. Look, this real shit.
Yeah.
Just believing in somebody, man.
That's it.
Woo.
Right.
Could
That's
go
powerful,
right.
right?
That's more than me.
You know what I mean? Just
You have
tell.
to believe in somebody.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the main thing right there.
And then
I don't
at
need
the end of
nobody
the day,
money.
all you gotta do is
Yeah.
share a post. Or
Hey, look,
share what I put
you're
out
right.
there.
You know, so many
you know,
people always come and they be like, man, you need something, you need this, or you need that. Nah, go and subscribe to the Facebook, to the
go.
YouTube page.
Yes.
You know, I done had people say,
Watch my
man,
work.
and I can understand if you say this to me. YouTube, subscribe to YouTube. They gonna take some money out my account.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
come on,
Exactly.
if you was to say that to me, Rashad, I'd be like, man, come on, man. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
I'm subscribed to the page.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah,
You
right.
know it don't cost. That don't cost you nothing.
To do it.
You know
Yeah.
what? To view the segment,
Right.
to get
Yeah.
the viewers up, that don't cost you
They
nothing.
don't.
Right.
But
Right.
there's so
See,
many
that's-
haters out here,
Right.
man.
But they would
It's
rather
so
give you $10 and say, man, you know what? I gave Damo $10 when he came home.
Come on,
That was
man.
I got him his head done when he
Come
came
on,
home.
man.
You know what I
Come on,
mean?
man. I don't
That's
want
our
that.
people.
Mm-hmm.
But
And we
that's
got
how people
Wait a minute, but Rashad, I got a question for you, and I know you get mine. But do you do all types of events when you DJ?
all events.
All
Any
events.
event.
Bar mitzvahs.
Any
C16.
event, kids events, it doesn't
See,
matter.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now, do you got your own setup, own equipment, everything?
Right.
Everything.
Oh, so you
I
come
got
with
my own
everything.
everything. I bring the whole setup.
Hey, look.
Okay.
So now I asked this because we ready to have a big thing going, man.
Uh-oh.
Come sometime in August, we're gonna have something
I
big.
bring my own setup. I got you.
Now, are you capable of, and okay, all right, with the DJ, but are you capable of setting up a sound system for like a band?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I got knowledge of that. So yeah. That's
Okay. I mean, just having the sound system set up for the band. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I can do that.
Cause we definitely gonna have our back
Gonna
to
have a
school
band?
event. Yeah, we gonna have a band.
That's what's up,
So
though.
Rashad,
What's up?
I want to lighten the mood a little bit.
That's
I want to speak to a person. Like I've been around DJs. I'm a host,
Yeah.
and
Talk
you
to
know,
me. Talk
I'm
to me.
a.
Talk to Smoke. Talk to me.
Now this got a quick question because I done been a lot of places and I done a lot of things. My only question is, how do you feel when you at events and people come over there, hey,
Oh,
play that
goodness.
Beyonce joint before I let go. Play it, and then play it. They keep
So-
coming back.
All right,
Tell us
so let me
for all the people that do that
let me
shit.
comment on just on that actual song.
So they can
I
know.
don't like that song.
Okay, now I was just using that one as an example.
Yeah, but I
How do
don't
you-
like that song.
Okay,
but
you're
if
right.
I got it.
Right.
I will
But
play
how do
it.
you feel about people that just, man, we ain't gonna play the song?
Requesting?
Yeah,
Listen.
requesting.
Liquor. Liquor. People get drunk and they
Hey.
want to hear their song.
That's true.
I get it.
Cause I do.
I get it.
Hey, so now hold
I
up,
get
because I'm with you.
But I got my own
So-
way of playing stuff. I got you.
Right.
But if you think I'm gonna play it in the next 5 minutes, you're gonna be waiting.
So now when you
Because
play,
I'm doing my thing.
you
Right.
play at clubs, right?
Clubs,
How many?
house parties, I'm at.
All right, now how many cookouts? Because house party is different
That's
too.
the same thing to me.
Now, see, here's what because I used to DJ too, right?
Yeah.
Now, when I DJ at a cookout, you got people from 7 years old to 70 years old.
You gotta play for all.
Man, and
You
now
have to play
you
for
got
all.
people saying, "Hey, look, I want to hear Otis Redding, and I want to hear Gucci Mane, and
You
I
gotta,
want
you
to
gotta
hear
play for
Young."
all.
And then you got to throw in maybe a little baby shark.
Yeah.
You gotta play for all.
Depending on.
You gotta. Everybody has to be happy. Now, some
Right.
people gonna be mad. Like, why is he playing that shit?
Yeah.
Because somebody requested a certain song.
Right.
That's why I'm playing it.
Yeah.
I don't have to say, yeah, this was requested.
Right.
I'm gonna play it. I don't care if you get mad
Hey.
because there's a different age range.
Right.
You gotta understand, when I go inside a gig and they tell me the age range, I already know I'm gonna play before I even get there. And then if some extra shit, if somebody's like, yeah, can you play this? I got you. I throw it in there. It's nothing. It don't
Right.
cost me. It
Cause
ain't
I've
hard
been
to
on
do.
the dance floor sometimes. And I'm like, dang, what make him play that?
I done been to places. I was there. I was working last night, but I wasn't DJing.
I'm gonna tell you
Something
that
else.
DJ that because I've been talking about him. I don't know who that was.
Oh,
that was
that night?
yeah,
He was nice.
yeah,
DJ Big Cheese.
yeah.
Yeah, he almost good as me.
I got
So,
him.
Shit almost.
Nah, I
He
got
almost good as me.
I got his
Yeah,
card
yeah,
that
so-
night.
Yeah,
Well,
And I
hey,
was
look.
like,
But what I'm saying, no, I like what he was playing. I play the same thing. That's why.
Oh, so you know this dude?
No.
No.
But no, hold on. Are you talking about at the cookout? Or you talking about something else?
Oh no. That dude. Shout out to Stuart Yates, man.
I thought you were talking about him. I don't know who y'all.
Nah,
Okay.
Stuart Yates a good dude, man. In fact, we had two DJs. We had DJ Flash
Right.
and DJ Big.
I
Snoop.
left around the second DJ, but I talked to both of them. You
Yeah.
know, and, but the second one was more my style.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff I play.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, everybody got their style.
Yeah, but nah,
Some
she
people-
had a comedy event which was
Oh, yeah.
off the hook.
Oh,
Yeah.
you do
yeah.
comedy or you just host?
I host comedy shows.
So we need a network
I host
off
all
the air.
But let's be clear, like you DJ, I host any type. I done
That's
hosted
cool.
weddings, retirement
That's
parties,
what's up.
all of that.
Yeah, no, we gonna
Yeah.
do. We gonna do.
She
And
hosts for the
also
culture.
bartend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like you said, it's for the
Right, for the
Yeah,
culture.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
look, wrapping it up, I definitely I want to get some closing remarks from both of y'all.
Okay.
Rashad, we'll start with you. Just plugging yourself and anything that you might want to put out there, say, or touch on anything that we talked about.
Okay, well, I mean, like I said, this is my cousin, and it's like one of my oldest cousins. So you know, I've been waiting for a long time, and he's here. He got his perspective, and yes, we butt heads like shit because he got his perspective, but it's still all love.
Still.
At the end of the day, listen to what he got to say. He's been around goons for a lot of years. The average nigga can't deal with that. I don't care what nobody say. You can't deal with dudes that just on that street stuff 24/7. He's been there, he's done that. Solid dude. But back to the plug. DJ Smoke, holla at me. You know, also like I said, the videography. My partner is the one that's holding down the cameras. Ricardo Cinema. Make sure I in production, make sure I said it right. So, yeah, you know, check us out. Website, we got stuff on combined websites. RE Square Productions, like www.RE Square Productions. If you want to find us, you need a DJ. I come out, I travel. I'm out here. Took an hour, so our travels. I have no problem. I love the country. Let's go for the culture. My man Damo gonna hold it.
Damo, before you get into your closing remarks and all that, as you're closing, I just want to plug something to you. Is there anything that you could say to, I have a 16-year-old little brother who is now in a path of, we adopted him because I grew up with his mother. And his mother had her first when she was like 15. So by the time she got pregnant with him, long story short, she was dealing down with drugs and she was going to boredom and all that. So we adopted him. It was 3 months. He's 16 now. My mother, you know, moved him down here, provided what she felt like, because his mother even now, she lives in Central City, still just all over the place. Provided him with what we call a better life. And just trying to guide him and lead him, and he's just following behind the guys that are just not doing good, you know what I'm saying? But as you're closing out, any advice or anything that you can give to the youth now about maybe are following maybe down the same path as you, or thinking about it, or want to follow behind their friends or whatever, so have you?
The best thing I could suggest is find something to do. Find something you like to do and that you can accomplish it. Because if you don't have no direction or target to hit at, it's called being aimless. You're gonna fail because you either fail to plan or you plan to fail. It's that simple, and it's hard for me to really. There's no one word that you can use to alter a kid's mindset.
Of course, right.
Because we have to be met where we're at and have to be ready to receive. Speaking on, but if anybody out there is going on the path that I went out there, that I went down, I would suggest you to find people that you could talk to and listen. Because you ultimately know when you're winning and when you're losing. If I need help for lawyer fees, I'm losing. If I need help for a haircut, that means I don't have no money, I'm losing. I need to find people that's gonna allow me to see a different perspective than my own. That's the best thing I can receive, because I couldn't receive it when I was young. That's the best advice I can give you.
Well, look, we appreciate y'all fellas, man. We really do. This was a really good, man, knowledgeable lesson.
Yes, sir.
We touched on a lot of things, man.
Yes,
Just
sir.
going off with it. That's how I want to keep this show. You know what I mean? Just we want to make sure that we give knowledge, but all around knowledge, not just on one subject, man. And, we could have sat here and we could have talked about prison life the whole time.
No,
But in reality, if we talk about prison life, then they gonna assume that that's where.
Right, that's where I'm defined
right,
at.
nah,
It's
that's
mine.
exactly. So we wanna make sure that we touch on everything and not just the good but the bad also. You know what I mean? So that's why we bring up prison life. You know what I mean? That's how we bring up the how you deal with certain things, because for one, we know this is a hard transition.
Right.
It's a hard transition for anybody. You know what I mean? The easier you make it on yourself, the better you are. You know what I mean? But in reality, man, big ups to you, brother.
Appreciate that, man.
Good luck to you in life, because we know, I mean, with your mentality, I can feel that you're gonna do some big things. And tell it, man, look, because you didn't what you didn't do, and I was expecting you to do.
What?
Tell everybody about this physical training thing you got going on, man. What's up, man?
Yeah. Built like the Rock.
Yeah,
You gotta plug
you
that
working
in.
on that, man.
See?
What I wasn't supposed to say now?
No. Man, my Uncle Rick, we getting started on that after we leave here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you only could build one brick at a time.
Right.
And like as I just told you, I've been building, keeping myself mentally prepared. So this is a moment where they introducing me to the camera. Get me around y'all to inspire me to keep on going. So I work out every day. You can catch me at Danewood Rec, the rec centers, anyway, playgrounds, outside. I guess it any and everywhere. You know.
Damo, so if somebody came up to you and be like, "Oh my God, can you train me? Like I want." Would you be open to that?
I'd be like, man, my number right here.
Yeah.
My number right here.
My
number right here. My number right here. That's what I'm trying to do.
Never too late to get that summer body right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure, man. We're gonna hook you up with some things, and we gonna make sure that we promote you on our show. We gonna make sure that everybody see that.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Man, that's what we about. You know what I mean? Especially. And like again, we not saying just black businesses. We saying all businesses. You know what I mean? Any business that can help our community out. So that's what it's about, man. We definitely gonna make sure as soon as he get it, we gonna start putting it on the show. And from here on out, just like I promote everybody else, I'm gonna be promoting you. Just like I'm gonna promote Rashad. You know, we gonna keep this thing moving, man. And it's never been to a point where, like I tell people, man, it's never. You said it earlier. What did you say? You was saying this, and I was back here. And you gonna take it out of my mouth, but you said the man is looking for recognition.
Come on, man.
He's looking to be fed.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I know you knew what it meant.
Yeah.
I know you knew what it meant.
I heard that.
Because the man that's gonna work is gonna work because he ain't looking for recognition.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? And that's a lot of the youth and a lot of people in general I learned in prison. When we look at the next man, you can't move ahead by looking at the next man, because if you keep running, you're going to run into something. I can't focus my energy on the next man. I'm looking ahead.
Right.
Because I done been down there so long, I'm not ain't focused on catching up. That's the difference between me and other dudes. They try and catch up. That's why they go in the clubs chasing a ghost of the past. I am who I am. The experience is what I'm moving forward with. That's why I said I'm not looking to be found, need recognition. I'm looking ahead.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, man, we gonna give you as much promotion as possible.
Exactly.
I'm sure you're gonna have some business cards and you know what I mean, the phone number and everything laid back. As long as don't nobody take your phone, right?
Oh no, they ain't touching that phone.
I mean, you had that situation.
You already got it before. You got it. Then they ain't want to pay the fine. Then they ain't want to pay the penalty, right?
Yeah. Well, look, man, I got the shirts for y'all, man.
Oh man.
Somebody.
Mine already over there. You already blessed me.
Okay, well look, man,
Bless
Rashad, we got you, man.
What's up, man?
Bless me.
Look, these guys, man, they want them. Look, I got to have me a bitch. I appreciate you coming, fam.
Hey, listen, man. This is all love, man. Like
don't be trying to make me look small and shit.
Yeah, but this is what we do. Also, man, we about to come out with what we about to do. It's double trained in prison workouts. So anybody who want to work out with us, they can work out with us.
I need some workout.
So he's gonna be my trainer. I've been training myself, but he got some things that I don't know. So
Hey, look. So for everybody, look, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Remember, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's for the culture.
If you ain't get the message by the end of that last line, then play it back, turn it up and listen one last time. This is for my ends who depend on that fast life. Remember that the system ain't forgetting your past life.